Overwatch, Blizzard's fun as hell new shooter. Whether you prefer to create chaos and cause as much damage dealing destruction as possible, like taking on attacks head on for the benefit of your team as a tanking class, or favour a supporting role leading your team's cooperative efforts with a constant stream of first aid as a healing class, within Overwatch there's something for everyone. Overwatch only came out on May 24th and yet I've already seen players reaching level 100 and beyond while playing. That is freaking insane. Overwatch is great fun and the brief game times make gameplay short, sweet and action-packed from start to end. Is it any surprise then that during a game there will be many contenders for Blizzard's Play of the Game mechanic, a feature of Overwatch that celebrates the best particular skill, play, killing exhibition or, most fittingly, game-changing moment that turns the tide of a game. This is a great feature, and the ability to customise between 3 epic grade introduction animations before the Play of the Game clip rolls is a nice touch. However, there is one key problem with this feature that the Overwatch community experiences all too often. Hey, I don't think I did too badly. Let's see if I got Play of the Game on this one. Oh. Okay, someone else got Play of the Game. Fair enough. It must be a pretty freaking epic period of play.
I'm sorry, what?
How the hell did that fucking get Play of the Game? I got multiple 3-person multi-kills and I didn't get diddly fucking squat. Normally this would just be sour grapes. However, this is the sticking point with Play of the Game. It just seems random, and when it isn't random it's highly biased towards damage dealers. Because of this, I thought I would count down the top 5 heroes who find getting Play of the Game all too easy. Please remember that this is a list formed from personal opinion and my own experiences while playing Overwatch, so it's likely you won't agree with all of my choices. If you do disagree with my list, add a comment below, let me know what characters you see getting Play of the Game the most when you play Overwatch. So, with all this in mind, let's count down the top 5 Play of the Game regulars in Overwatch. Coming in first at number 5, we have the Dwarf Engineer, Torbjorn. Torbjorn is the first character of this top 5 list that features, because often the damage he deals himself is actually quite limited. His turrets, however, are his key cause of grief for the opposition. Coupled with spamming his rivet gun down corridors, he is one of the best characters to hold a choke point on a map, and shares a lot of similarities in playstyle and defense with Bastion. Quite often you'll see Torbjorn players gain Play of the Game because he is free to engage enemies with his rivet gun while his turrets do a ton of damage to your particularly more squishy 200 hit point heroes, who are trying to force the payload forward or capture a specific point. Torbjorn also has the ability to provide himself and his allies with a temporary health boost by handing out scrap armour, which can often mean the difference between life and death in battles between 2 heroes. Torbjorn's ultimate ability, Molten Core, further complicates an enemy team's attacking push as his turret instantly upgrades from level 2 to level 3 and his attack speed and health is boosted significantly, meaning he can repair his turret consistently for the duration of his Molten Core ability. The defense aspect of this consistently stopping pushes often lands Torbjorn a Play of the Game at the end of the match. At number 4 we have Soldier 76, aka Bionic Grandpa. Of all the characters on this list, Soldier 76 is a hero that largely requires game awareness to probably play him to the best of his abilities. His weapon does good base damage and his self-healing ability, Bionic Field, and fast mobility make him a decent all-round hero for sustaining pushes or equally isolating a healer/sniper. Soldier 76 is great at most one-on-one situations and is able to fire a lot of rounds at a short amount of time at good accuracy and with a quick reload speed. He can also compound this with his use of pulse rockets every 8 seconds. However, it's his ultimate ability, Tactical Visor, that propels him so often into getting Play of the Game. Soldier 76's Tactical Visor gives him auto aim for 6 seconds and faster reload speed, allowing a full barrage of concentrated fire that often decimates entire teams of support/damage dealers. Soldier 76's ability is of no use if enemies hide from him, so the onus is on the player using Soldier 76 to use his ultimate at key moments. Often this will lead to him killing 3 opposition heroes in as many seconds, acting as a turning point of that particular firefight. This will often lead to seeing Soldier 76 players regularly getting Play of the Game. Number 3 on the list is McCree, a Bionic Cowboy. There seems to be a lot of Bionic characters in this game. The reason McCree is at number 3 on my list is specifically for his ultimate ability, Deadeye. It is very easy to avoid providing you know where McCree is, but a lot of players tend to lose him if they are heavily defending a choke point during a payload game type or trying their utmost to stop a group of 2 or more players taking an objective on the map. It is this point that McCree can snake in completely undetected and pop 3 headshots off in half a fucking second. McCree's distinctive catchphrase,
"It's high noon,"
is your cue to get inside or behind any cover that blocks McCree's line of sight, otherwise you are fish food. Often though, your teammates just won't heed the warning signs quick enough, and then
"It's high noon."
Now, if you main Mercy like I do in most games, this situation is beyond infuriating, as you know you can't out-heal instant headshots, and you have no one to fly towards to escape to safety yourself, as they've all just died in his Deadeye ability. And then McCree can just roll up to you, slam his bullshit stun in your face, and fan the hammer on your ass quicker than you can say, "See you, Space Cowboy." Multi-person kills using McCree's ultimate often end up as play of the game because they often change the course of the game, and my personal dislike of the character means I always greet a McCree play of the game with the same look every time. I reckon I did really well on that one. I don't got play of the game here. Fuck you, McCree! Fucking cunt Eastwood. Number 2 now, and we have the sword-wielding half of the Shimada clan, Genji the Cyborg Ninja. Genji's normal blade attacks do a ton of damage, and he's so fast and hard to hit, you'll need a very good Widowmaker to marshal him. Due to Genji's excellent mobility, you'll find most of his enemies scramble to avoid him or back away to shoot him as they retreat, as they just won't have an answer for how quickly Genji can dish out damage at close range. Coupled with his ability to get behind the enemy team, both on attack and defense, this makes Genji's positive traits very strong when attacking the support in the back of the enemy team, as Genji can climb walls and double jump as his passive abilities, and he can do these both quickly and silently. A true ninja indeed. Genji also makes use of Shuriken, which do a great amount of damage at 28 hit points per Shuriken that actually hits the target, with all 3 usually hitting their mark due to hitboxes and the size of the Shurikens themselves, as they're quite small. They also have the ability to gain headshot kills, which make Genji a very scary hero to face if you are a 200 hit point hero. Genji has the fastest rate of projectile fire in the game, and he also has the added bonus of being able to reflect projectile fire back at his opponents. Such examples include Hanzo's arrows, Widowmaker's sniper bullets, and Bastion fire, to name a few. There are many more, but that's a very extensive list, and there are so many videos on YouTube which exhibit all the things that Genji can reflect with this ability. Genji's ultimate ability, Dragon Blade, gives you an 8-second window in which you can swing your sword 8 times and cut everyone the hell up. Each of these slashes hits for 120 hit points if it hits, according to the Overwatch wiki. That is absolutely lethal, and frankly, Genji has the tools to wipe out entire teams in the right situations. Because of the speed at which he dispatches the opposition using just his standard moves, let alone his ultimate, Genji often gets play of the game when he rushes an entire enemy team from behind. Do you hear that? That's the sound of your impending doom. Was it really ever in doubt? Number 1 on this list, absolutely no contest in my opinion, is Bastion. Goddamn Bastion! People have been calling for him to be nerfed since the game was released, and he's the only hero I'd put at my number 1 for this list. Why, you ask? While Bastion for me is not that overpowered or really that imbalanced considering his low mobility, the annoyance with Bastion goes back to the McCree theory. Yeah, we're calling it that now. And that is that people on your team tend to get distracted, and in the end the play of the games always look like absolute shit. Like McCree, if you spot Bastion early on and you can track his position, then he doesn't really tend to be that big a threat. However, when people are distracted, as previously mentioned, Bastion can sit in a corner, people will completely forget about him, and then, well, you've got a problem. This is when Bastion really shines. As a hero, he's clunky and hard not to notice considering his artwork, but when he sits himself down in a corner and proceeds to gun your team down, at an often unhealable rate, this alone puts Bastion in the game's competitors for play of the game. What grinds people most, myself included, about Bastion's abilities is that the play of the games he gets always involve gunning people down with his machine gun form rather than his tank form. It's not entertaining in the slightest to watch, and frankly it pisses you off more watching it back that the teammates who fell into Bastion's gunfire tend to ignore the direction their previous ally's mangled body fell at their feet from. By that point, it's too late. If you're attacking, you've lost impetus. If you're defending, that objective point is as good as captured. Out of all the Overwatch characters on this list, Bastion is definitely the most hated in the community, and frankly, he appears with a play of the game 75% of the time I have one either on my team or against my team. Whether you like or dislike Bastion as a character, the damage he deals is phenomenal, and his damage output and ability to hold positions from enemy attack is the reason that Bastion is my number one play of the game regular on this list. That's all from me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my first list video and my first Overwatch video. It was really fun to make, and of course my intention is to encourage active discussion. That said, if you disagree with any of the characters on my list or have your own list of Overwatch characters you always see getting play of the game, please let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, consider liking or subscribing to the channel if you wish to see more Overwatch lists in the future. Also be sure to check out the rest of my channel as it has something for everyone. I'm Tom from QWERTY Minded Gaming, thanks for watching and see you next time.